some Escovitch. Your Jamaica man. Get your Jamaica man. Hello everybody, Queen Lenora. Okay, so I'm gonna make some fried kingfish Escovitch. Yeah. So I'm doing things my way. So I got my skillet here, my pot that's ready to do things. So you're supposed to use regular white vinegar, but I don't have any, and I've been waiting to make this dish because I've been waiting to eat it. So we got apple cider vinegar, which we're gonna go ahead and put it in this pot. Ooh, good. A little stinging in there. And as that is, that's 2 cups of that wonderful apple cider vinegar. Then the first thing we're gonna put in there, as we have our thing up, oh, sorry, we're missing a step. Our sugar, I did 2 tablespoons of sugar, just to get that in there. So we want to have that going and being real good. So anyway, so what this is a Jamaican dish. Well, I think it's a Jamaican dish. It could be every other culture dish, but we're gonna go Jamaican dish. And of course, I always do things a little my way. So that's just how I am. So we have the vinegar and the sugar. They're gonna dissolve in there. And then we're gonna add our carrots. I just kind of wanted to go a little bit faster in the boil sense. So that's how I'm gonna do it. Okay. Then we're gonna make sure it stirs. It's dissolving because it is hot. I was gonna have it a little bit hotter, but we've been getting our potatoes ready because we're having scalloped potatoes, and I didn't want to go through all the different episodes of food. I just really wanted to do the fried kingfish and Escovitch. And you're supposed to fry it really hard, where you want to eat the bones, and the bones like you just eating, chomping on the bones. I'm gonna be honest. I've never done the fish. I've done chicken with the Escovitch, and it's been awesome, and the family loves it. I make mine a little sweet, and that's how it goes. So right now, while we're doing this, and this is steaming up, and my sugar's dissolved, I thinly slice what they got called a Scotch bonnet, and we call it habanero. So that's in there cooking to give it. I make sure there's no seeds because I really don't want it that spicy. But hey, you gotta have a little spice if you're doing Jamaican style food. Ain't that right, everybody? So this is going. This is getting hot. You can see the steam rising, and it doesn't take that long to cook. So that's why we do the Scotch bonnet first, which is slash for habanero. Let that cook, get it in there, get the little spices going. There's no seeds in it, but if you want seeds in it, you can. And a lot of people, if you're from Jamaica, they probably use like 2 Scotch bonnets, but out of my whole family, I'm the only one that really don't eat spicy food unless it's gumbo. So, and then some people put broccoli in their food, cauliflower. We're just using carrots, celery, chayote, red and yellow bell peppers, and onions. So we're going to do the carrots first, then the onions. Let those cook for about, they say 2 to 3 minutes. You know me, I like my onions to be all the way down. I don't want no crisp in my onions. So I probably should do my onions before the carrots. I think that's what it is. Because everything else is supposed to have a little kickback to it. And then they have pimentos. I don't have pimentos, but I didn't have pimentos the last time I made the Escovitch either. I just never used the kingfish. My kingfish, because it had a fishy smell, so I soaked it in some water with some lemon juice so it knock off that fishy smell. And then I patted it dry because it was holding all that water in there. So it's sitting there seasoned very well. And what I used was, I found Johnny's seafood seasoning, so I never used that. And then I also used the Johnny's garlic powder, Johnny's, there's a garlic spread, and Johnny's sea salt, and buttery steakhouse on my seasoning. I was going to put a little red hot on it. I didn't, only because we got the Scotch bonnet. And again, like I said, I'm the one that doesn't like heat. And since I'm the cook, I should be able to taste my own food and like it. So we're going to make this and then stick it in a jar and then put it aside for everybody. And then we're going to start frying our fish. Our potatoes are in the oven. They're cooking now. And this is awesome. So it's moving a little bit faster. So I am going to easily set my onions in this water. And I wanted to make sure my spoon didn't fall. And this is in there. And it's right to put a little water in there. Don't be all, oh, I can't put no water in there. You can. Me, I just like everything to stay fresh. And if the camera wants to come in, they can see the onions and the Scotch bonnet, which is habaneros over here. And they're in there with my apple cider vinegar plus the sugar. I'm going to actually let it cook for a good couple of minutes. I already got my oil in my pan for the fish. When I do get done with the carrots, I'm going to put the oil on over there. So when I'm done with this, I can go ahead and straight fry my fish. And the potato should be close to being done. This is an easy, quick, easy meal. If you already have everything prepped, ready to go, whatever your side dish is, you can do baked potato, twice baked potato. We're doing scallop potatoes, you can do rice, you can do whatever you want, because the star of the show is fish and Escovitch. Now, a lot of people use snapper. Have you guys known snapper is hard to find? I think it's hard. But wait, anyway. Okay, so now that we're back, here we go with our carrots going in there. And that has to cook for several minutes as well, because you gotta understand carrots take a long time to cook. But I like my onions more cooked. That's the only reason, because normally what they would do is do carrots first, and then that's what it'll look like. So did you come and look at it? So we're gonna let that cook and settle down a little, and then we're gonna add everything else, including our chayote. And the chayote tastes like anywhere from, they said an apple, but it's like a sweet taste with a cucumber. So I guess you can say apple. I don't know, but it's good. And you could cook with it. You can just have it raw in your salad like a cucumber. Gives it a nice crunch. These are wonderful things that we want to have in our food. So we're not going to cook it that much longer. After these things cook, then it's going to cook for a good 5 minutes, and then we're done. While this is boiling, and has a good boil to it, I don't know where my salt is for the past 2 days, so a little sea salt from Johnny's is really good, because you want to have your little flavors, which is good because you get your pepper, your salt, your paprika. So I'm going to go with my chayote. It's going to go in. I'm going to stir that up a little. Then we're going to add our celery. And as much vegetables as you want to put in there, you can. Like I said, I've seen it done with broccoli. I've seen it done with cauliflower. I've seen it done with a lot of different stuff. It goes on. This is what you want. It's like, I don't know how to say it. It's like steak sauce for your steak. But nowadays you don't if you know how to cook a good steak. So, but it's like a sauce that's meant, like ketchup is meant on the meatloaf, or the red sauce is meant mandatory on the meatloaf. That's how this is mandatory on these fish. That's how you will taste it. And I promise you, after you do, you will love it. So this is the celery going in. I thought I knocked it off on the floor. They can kill me later. And this is good. You just want to mix it in so it's in there. Get the sauce in there. Now we're going to add the yellow and red bell peppers. You can use green. You can use orange. You can use all of them. And oh my goodness, in a few minutes, we're going to have the best Escovitch ever. It's going to be a little hot, a little sweet, vinegary because it's pickling. All these wonderful flavors. The onions is looking good. Everything. And like I said, it's how much you want to cook it. That's how I look at it. You don't want to overcook it because you still want a little bite. But my onions, I really don't need to have a bite. That's what I'm saying. For me. For me. Now for you, hey. My mom loves raw onions, so that'd be a good thing for her. For me, no, no, no. And it's going to have all the flavors. And it's just going to be beautiful. And what's so good about it is it's going to still be hot while it's in the jar, putting the flavors together. So you're only cooking it to cook down to how you want your vegetables to be. So that's the only reason you're cooking it. If you want all your vegetables raw, you can warm up that heated water and throw it in the jar. Get a close look. This is what I want it to look like. Very pretty, still bright. I wish I had more red in there, but I should have had red bell peppers. That's what I should have had. I got orange bell peppers. Probably been saying red the whole time, but yeah. This is our mason jar that we're going to put it in. And while we get ready to do that, before I do that, I'm going to start frying my fish. So let's get ready to rumble. Okay, everybody, we're going to get our fish. So I'm going to start. Hoping it's dry enough. And put it in this hot grease. And we got to cook it for 4 minutes on each side, or 3. 3 or 4 on each side. Just good. Okay. So, that is what it's looking like. And in 4 minutes, we're going to flip it over. And we want it to be really crispy where you can eat the bone. It's supposed to be bone crunching good. That's what they say. Again, I've never done this. So I don't know. I only put Escovitch on my chicken. Because I never thought about to look for this fish in the Asian store. When I went to a regular market, they didn't have kingfish steak. So that's when I saw it. But when you look at recipes, they have it on red snapper. And red snapper is hard to find too. So this is what we're doing. We're cooking it. Put it back up because it was just too high. When I was putting this is what the Escovitch look like in the jar. It's hot. It's got your habaneros, your carrots, your celery, your chayote, your bell peppers, and I put orange and yellow in here. And now I gotta wash that. Okay, now we fried it, and now we're getting ready to turn it. They got white stuff around it. That'll fall off. Don't worry about it. And that's the color you want it. Golden brown and crispy. You don't want it. This one's better than this one. Just so you know. And you don't want to flip it too many times because you can break it. Oh, look at that golden brown. Y'all go see it? Ooh, yeah. Now we're going to let this cook for another 4 minutes. Okay? And then we're going to take it out and put it on there. And we're going to get down and crush. Okay, so when you see me now, we're going to get this done. And then you'll see me with all the fish done. And then I'm going to try it for you with the Escovitch. You want to have some Escovitch? Okay, I'm just playing. Okay, so we are on our ending of the kingfish being fried. So this is what it looks like over here. Really crisp and ready. This one we didn't cook as long because some people might not want it all the way dry. But it did the same thing. If I was you, I would do this in the cast iron skillet for the kingfish. Just so you knew. That is what I would do. Be like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is while these two are cooking, I'm going to go ahead and take this one, put it right here, put some Escovitch on it. That's the whole reason we're doing this. Onions. And some stuff on it. So that's what you're supposed to do. And you're supposed to have a little juice, a little sauce. This is a little hot. There we go. You guys get to try it with me. Okay. You ready? Okay, here we go. Take it. Sorry, guys. Nervous. Sorry. I'm getting some of the chayote, the carrots, the peppers. This is what it looks like. It does go together. It's really good. My daughter was like, I don't want that much Escovitch. But you don't know. Hold on. We're going to let her taste it. Okay, Avi, you go ahead and you taste it. She's never had Escovitch. She don't remember having Escovitch, and she never had kingfish either. That was the grease popping.
It's good.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Now you want the Escovitch on it? Mm-hmm. It blends together. It's something that has to go together. Okay. So give it a thumbs up, Avi. So, get you some kingfish or red snapper. Fry it hard so you can have that bone crunched in it with the Escovitch. And that way, possibly, we're going to have a problem. Anyway, remember to love and live each day as if it were your last. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell button. Don't forget that thumbs up for the like. And please share with everybody. And you know you want some Escovitch. Get Jamaican on. Get your Jamaican on. Get your Jamaican on. Hey, hey, hey. Bye.